I am not the show tonight, thankfully. I just get to introduce the group. The seminar is Innovating in Real Time. And I just have a few things to say about improvisation and working with a troupe like this. Number one, much better to introduce than to follow, as you'll see. Number two, and I think this is where it really applies to everything that we do every day, and more as lines are blurring between what is entertainment, what is marketing, what is advertising, what is digital, what is film. But the guiding principle for improvisation coming out of Second City in Chicago, where we're from, is the idea of jump and the net will appear. It's written across the wall at Second City on Wells Street in Chicago. It's been there since Del Close founded Second City back in the late 50s. And it means take a chance and be bold. And when you're on that tightrope, jump in, lean in, and everything else will follow. The ideas, the energy, the momentum that comes with creating ideas will follow. And we see this every day. Our agency, O'Keefe, Reinhard, and Paul in Chicago, plug, is set up with a lot of this improvisational school. We have a writer's table led by Sue Gillen, who I'm going to introduce. And every day, we kind of live on that tightrope. And it becomes more and more important, I think, as things become more and more intense and concentrated. And we have to deliver fast ideas. And we have to deliver in a way where we're not afraid to be somewhat disposable with our ideas. Move on to the next one. Be willing to change in mid-direction. Take collaboration from other people. Listen to what your partners, your clients, everybody has to say about the process and make it better. And I think that's something that is becoming very, very powerful with what we do every day, which is, I hope everybody in this room is advertising and marketing, right? And digital, integrated, whatever it is tonight. And that's a lesson that I believe is going to come across in the next 30, 45 minutes of this presentation. I'm going to introduce Sue Gillen, who's then going to introduce the esteemed troupe of improvisers. And I met Sue about 10 years ago at a previous agency, and we had set up a kind of Second City writers group as part of that. And Sue was part of that. And then when we formed O'Keefe, Reinhard, and Paul a little over a year ago, this became a staple of our offering. And Sue leads that every day. And I'll say this about Sue because of her energy and her positivity. And, again, jump and the net will appear. But, I think we've heard that in advertising and messaging, either try to make somebody cry or try to make them laugh. And that's really where the power is. But working every day with Sue and her team, given the choice, we take laughter every time. And I think you're going to see that tonight. So Sue Gillen and her team of improvising comedians.
Thanks. Hi. I am Sue Gillen, and the team's coming, so it's going to get funny. Thank God. So that was Tom O'Keefe. He's my boss. Thank you, Tom. Yes, I work with O'Keefe, Reinhard, and Paul, OKRP. And just like Tom was saying, part of what we do there is utilize improv as a process. So before we go and launch into what this session's going to be, let me just tell you briefly, there's going to be some interactivity. Ooh, everybody love experiential. I see it in your faces. So everybody who's getting hammered in the back, feel free to come on forward and fill out some seats or just be hammered. But the bar is going to be closed for about the next half hour. And then it's going to get real ugly in here. So we'll get back to that shortly. I've been very, very fortunate in my career. As Tom was saying, I spent a lot of time in the improv world, and then I made this interesting little seg into the world of advertising and marketing. But I've never gotten far away from the people that I improvise with. Folks that I came up with in Chicago, who to me are still just these unbelievable heroes of improv, who I used to sit in the audience of the Second City and Improv Olympic and watch and get my brains blown out by how good they were. And the nice news is we became friends, and because they're friends, they're willing to come out and do little advertainment pieces like this. So let me introduce some of these friends to you now. Tonight we have with us a gentleman who I love. He owns the Magnet Theater, which is a great improv theater here in New York. And if you've been trying to consider scratching that itch to take an improv class, go take one at his theater. He also used to be a New York cop, so that's interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, Ed Herbstman. Woo! Yeah! The fuzz is here! Okay, he's not on force anymore. We're not going to ask why.
I am still in my head.
Okay, that's perfect. So, the next person who's going to be joining this stage is a woman I've been improvising with for 15 years. She's a crazy, terrific talent. Her last job, I think, was executive producer and writer of How I Met Your Mother. Oh, that slightly successful show. So please help me welcome Tammy Sager. Woo, 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 woo. This is a gentleman that in Chicago holds the reputation of being the best improviser on the planet. Oh, great news, he's here. He used to be on 30 Rock. Please welcome Scott Adsit. There he is. And finally, someone I like to call the Little Peanut, because she is that cute and sweet, and I love her with my whole heart. Former Saturday Night Live actress, Rachel Dratch. There she is. There we all are. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you at the cast party. Bye-bye. Just kidding. Okay, so we're going to improvise for you now. Feel free to have a seat, because it's going to take a second. Sure. So we're going to improvise. And in order to do that, we need your suggestions. Can we please get a suggestion of an occupation, like a marketer or a middle school teacher? A guidance counselor. What's this?
Peanut butter maker.
A peanut butter maker. So specific. Mortician.
Zoologist.
Zoologist. Dog pound? Video hoe. Hey.
Video what?
Hoe.
Oh,
It's just an H and an O. Astronaut. One more. A farmer and a baker. We're going to take them both, because those are good old-timey professions, not like your video hoe back there. Can we please get a household utensil? Toss those out. I'm a spatula. Everybody said spatula at once. Good work. Rolling pin. Spork. An X-Acto knife. What is going on in your house? Tongs. Syringe. I'm so sorry, sir. That's rough. Household object. Spoon. Jester? A zester. Hey, is that a tiny grater? Hey, I like this. Great. Okay, what else can we throw up here?
Locations?
A location. So like a bathroom or a bus stop, but not those, because I just said them. What's this? Funhouse. Disneyland. Pardon?
Cancun.
Cancun. The whole of Cancun. Terrific. Let's even narrow down like these, a place where two people might meet in.
Delhi.
I heard Delhi. What? Pier in Jersey. Library. Aquarium and candy store.
Where in New Jersey?
Oh my God, Subway. You poor child. What did you just scream?
Subway.
Subway car. You did it. I love it. You were heard. A mouthful? A brothel, which is close to a mouthful. I wasn't that far off. All right, so
Where was
hi.
the New Jersey place? Somebody said something.
What's in New Jersey? A pier in New Jersey. Thank you, Tammy. Hey.
Okay.
Okay. Rachel Dratch's apartment. Interesting. Sir, what is your first name? Can you give me the first letter? J. J, thank you. And hi, right there. What is your first name? N. So phrases that begin with the letters JN, like just now, or Jenny, no. Geriatric is a little off.
Nurse does not start
We're
with an N.
almost there. J's tricky,
Spelling
but we can do this together. What's yours? Jedi Knight, almost. As opposed to a Jedi Day. That's okay.
Oh, I got a JN. Sue, I got a JN. I got a JN.
Goody.
Spelling teacher.
Good one.
We got that one. We can do this, I swear. Joaquin needs. You are really, I like you. Who? Jet lagged now. All right, we'll take it. We're desperate. Just shout them. Joe Man's Land? We'll take Joe Man's Land. Jump now. I love that. One more, because this is killing me. Jelly noodles. I love this guy. Give him a round of applause. Great. So now we have enough suggestions for 43 hours of improv. We will now do 6 minutes. Just kidding. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to take your suggestions and start making scenes right here before your very eyes. You will come to understand very quickly. They've never been seen before. They will never be seen again. But this is just going to be some good, clean fun. And after this is over, we'll explain a little bit of the method behind the magic. So in order to get you started, let's combine your suggestions of guidance counselor and spork.
All right. Timmy, wow, look at this. Quite an impressive list of colleges you're looking at.
Yeah, I'm being optimistic, I think.
Yeah, some might say unreasonable.
Is that what you're saying? Because you know what? I'm thinking about just not going to college at all.
Right, there's a big difference between Harvard and no college. So I'm thinking maybe we go that direction for you.
Okay, so no college?
Well, you are incapable of just a regular fork. We give you a spork at lunch.
Yeah, because I have a hard time with sharp things.
Right, and that's in all those recommendations from the teachers.
So you as my guidance counselor are saying do not pursue a higher education.
I'm saying pursue a less high education. A middle ground education.
Like a guidance counselor?
Perfect. There you go.
Are you doing what you wanted to do?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Because I see you weeping sometimes out on the playground.
You've never come over to say anything.
I didn't think it was my place. I'm kind of dumb, and I always screw things up, so I didn't want to come over.
It's not that you're dumb, it's just sharp things.
Scene! Excellent! We take you now to this library where you may or may not hear something about a farmer.
You got any books about farming?
What? You're in the romance horror section.
Oh, well,
Really
you
scary
you point me to the
romances.
farming section because my crops are failing bad, and
Well, I know we have the Farmer's Almanac.
that's what I'm here for.
Oh.
Farmer's Almanac.
Okay, everything is pretty much online now on this computer. You can look it up yourself if you want. You're not supposed to smoke a corncob pipe in the library. Smoke detectors and stuff,
Oh, I'm
probably.
sorry, I'll put that out.
That's okay. Wow, you used your own thumb to.
Yeah.
Oh.
My crops are failing. I need some help real bad.
Failing crops. Failing crops.
We have found 15 examples of failing crops.
The new thing all the moms in town contributed to put Siri on computers.
Nice.
It's,
That's why I came here to the big city.
Yeah, well,
I even wore my special city clothes.
that's city clothes?
Yes.
Okay.
Paul, I just got so cold in the wagon.
Oof, God. Wow. So,
This is my son, Elmer.
oh, that's a boy. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
My name is Elmer, and I've never met a city man like you.
Yeah, well, thanks. I guess I am a man now. I was bar mitzvahed recently.
What's that?
Oh, I'm afraid to explain it.
Okay. Well, if we could just get that farmer's almanac, we came a
Yeah.
long, long way.
Sure.
Well, Paul, I don't think we should be in such a rush. I mean, we hardly never get to come into the city and see people like yourself.
Me? Just, okay. Well, do you need to know anything about the city?
Yeah, where does somebody go for a good time?
The sports stadium?
In-
What kind of time do you mean?
Well, the kind of time I can't get in the wagon sitting out on that cold field.
I'll tell you.
Where's the psychology section? Well,
Scene!
We're going to use your suggestion of Cancun and syringe.
So you say you found this syringe washed up on the shore?
Yeah, this one too.
They're not mine. Keep looking.
Scene! Baker and jet lag now. Just gonna keep looking at that board.
If you don't mind. Am I stopping you doing that by looking at a board?
You went to France. We were hoping to learn some techniques, and ever since we got back, you're staring off into space.
Still a little jet lagged. Landed about a month ago, came back. I'm just not acclimated again. It's a different world over there, you know. France is a different world. They think differently, they act differently. They've got a joie de vivre.
I don't understand what that is.
I know, you're American.
Well, so are you, Morty.
I don't feel American anymore, though. I'm French now.
So were these last 4 weeks just your vacation time? Is that what the French...
I'm acclimating back into this society, and it's not working. I don't think I'm going to be here much longer.
Where are you going to go?
Well, you know, I don't make a lot of money here, so I'm going to go to Montreal. I can't go to France. I can't afford France. France is really expensive.
Did you know you're wearing 3 berets? 3 on top of each other.
Yeah, I know. That's how much I love France.
Well, the whole point of this is that we were going to learn new baking techniques from you, new pastry.
Okay, but it's not about how you knead the dough. It's not about how long you leave it in the oven. It's about an attitude.
Oh, okay.
You've got to think you're better than the
But
people
you
you're
start
serving.
Smoking.
Yeah, start smoking in the kitchen, first of all.
Hey, Rachel, grab a beret.
Oh yeah, there's enough for everyone.
She's getting it. Good, and you're ignoring the food.
Scene!
Oh, should I do one? All right. How about something about an astronaut and tongues?
God. Can't reach the marshmallow.
Did you see Gravity? Huh? Gravity. Did you get a chance to see it before we went up?
I saw the trailer.
Totally different. You gotta see it in IMAX. It'll blow your fucking mind.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Sandra Bullock just doesn't do it for me.
It's not about that. It's about space.
Yeah, but, well, I mean, I live space. I don't want to watch space. Like, if I was a race car driver, would I want to see Days of Thunder? No. Or if I
But
was...
what if you were a race car driver in like '96? Then you would have wanted to see Days of Thunder.
Okay, duly noted. That's why you're the leader of this mission.
Well, how's the s'more coming?
It's not, you can't have a fire here. It's not coming the way I had written it out in a very detailed instructional way in order to check things off a list.
Not a spoiler alert here or anything, but there was a little bit of a fire in Gravity.
Okay, well, I don't plan on seeing it. You can just tell me the whole plot.
The fire is not the whole plot.
So it ends in a terrible fire? Fine.
Our spoiler alert just went off.
Shoot.
Excellent. Thank you guys so much. Feel free to have a seat for a moment. So clearly what we just did for you was a little bit of improvisation. And what we'd like to do now is peel back the curtain a little bit and have you experience how we improvise together. It's a pretty simple process. Simple, but not easy. We have a few tenets of improvisation. And in order to understand what it is that we do at our writer's table, we want you to have the experience firsthand. So, if you could, shift your seats slightly so that you're sitting in a triangle with two other people. So you three could make a triangle. I know, it's insanity. You can do it. I promise. Oh, you can't do it because the seats don't move. Here's even better news. All you need to do is make sure that you have someone in the center with a couple people on each side. And if that means you have to move around a little, it's going to be easy for the people in the back because you're already standing. At this point, you and your two partners, please immediately decide amongst yourselves who's person A, who's person B, who's person C. You have 5 seconds, ready, go. The toughest thing we'll do all day. Great. Thank you. Now, for your information, even that tiny piece of communication was a brief exercise. How many people found that they were in a group where somebody declared, I'm A, you're B, you're C? Hey, okay. We got some producers in the house. Nice. How many of you found yourselves in a group of like, I could be B, but I could be A. I don't care if I'm C. Yeah. So as improvisers, we don't believe that there's a right way to communicate, but we just like to introduce you to how you naturally communicate and then give you some choices. That's all it is, some simple choices. So, person A, please raise your hand. Hi, nice to meet you. Person A, here's what's going to happen. This event, this one-show, interactive, improvised keynote is such a tremendous success that 1 year from tonight, we're going to celebrate it with a blowout 1-year anniversary. Person A, you get to decide what this party's going to look like. I implore you to blow it out because the good news is it's your imagination. Okay, so that's fun. Person A, I want you to just toss out suggestions for what this party could be. I want it to be a black tie event. I want it to have a rainbow pony theme. Whatever you love. Persons B and C, you will alternate responding to every party suggestion with phrases starting with the words, no, I think. Got that? No, I think. So B and C, you're going to alternate with no, I think. To some of you, it might come very naturally. To others, not so much. And person A, you just keep swinging, okay? You're going to keep tossing out those great ideas that will go on for just about a minute or so. So person A, start offering up ideas. B and C, no, I think. Begin.
Begin.
Freeze right where you are.
Bad one.
Hold those conversations.
I got that in a
I'm sure that
doing that for
was
you.
awesome and a real treat for person A. But before we discuss that, person B, raise your hand. Nice and high. There it is. Hi, my nice bees. Here, now it's your turn. You get to throw the party of a lifetime. It's your party dream come true. Persons A and C, all of your responses to every amazing suggestion will begin with the words yes, but. Yes, but. It's a dream come true. It's happening now. Person B, begin.
That was awful.
That's good.
We often just applaud to let you know that that's ended now. Great. Before we move on to person C, and we will, you lucky little C's, and let's quickly check in about the first 2 rounds of conversation. So, persons A, what was the experience of having all of your ideas be met with no, I think? Disruptive. Discouraging. Frustrating. What else? Fun. God bless. Especially when it's not real. It's great. Okay, frustrating, discouraging. What else? Normal. That's so sad. That's sad and I'm sorry. Okay. What were you forced to do every time your idea was met with no, I think? Start from scratch. What else? Oh, I'll be tactful. You are kind. Yes, if that's what you felt forced to do, that's pretty awesome. Come up with a different idea. Yes, okay. So that is something very important to note. Why do you suppose people say no right away? What are some reasons we say no? We're afraid, it's easy. What else?
They already have an idea of what they want to see.
Okay, you have another idea already of what you want. Ego, fashionable. I love no is the new black, maybe? Okay, yes, so all of those things are true. There are often, in our minds, good reasons for saying no. What are some of those reasons? It's a bad idea, which I love that everybody shouted that out. That's the subjective part, but that's cool. Impractical. Expensive, budget, yes. Stupid, okay. Okay, we'll take that. Boring, all right. So everybody has some reasons, and some of these reasons may end up being the reason an idea gets killed. As improvisers, obviously, we aren't having to sell an idea to a client. We are often trying to create content that's going to run in a show for months on end. So there is part of this where we have to show some scenes and test drive them and see what's going to work for the audience. But often, the biggest struggle is internally to figure out what ideas do we want to get behind and put up on stage? Well, for us, it's really important that we get behind everything as quickly as we can. Now, over the course of, let's say we're rehearsing an improv show for 3 months that will eventually turn into set content that we will run for 6 months. Well, while we're rehearsing that, we go through hundreds of ideas. And not all of them are going to make it into that 6-month run. But what is critical for us is that we get on board and test drive people's ideas to the best of our ability, regardless of whether we think it's boring or stupid or impractical. And sometimes you do have that initial thought. So we're not suggesting that you're going to love every idea. We are suggesting that you might want to try to love it for a minute. Love it for a minute, try it on, and see if it's something that can be turned into something that would make it for the long haul. So when we get a bunch of no in our faces, we're having to start from scratch. Well, we don't want to do that on stage. We don't have the time to do it. The audience doesn't want to watch us get shut down and start again, get shut down and start again. We need to build quickly. So we really avoid saying a flat out no, with very few exceptions. Now, in improv, of course, there are rules. They are often broken, and often broken with great joy, and the audience digs it too. But we're aware enough to make sure that if we're losing these nice people, that we get back to what we know, support each other, make each other look good, love that idea for a minute, and see how far you can take it. So that no often makes us feel powerful. even when I'm not on the improv stage, I have been in many meetings where sometimes the gut reaction is I need to be heard. I'm concerned people aren't seeing me right now, and I have to remind everybody that I'm here too. So, nope, I don't think that's gonna work. No, I've seen something like that already. Kind of rings a bell for me of something I saw a long time ago. We know those. And the trick is, if you are a person who is a no person, people will not come to you with their ideas as often. And what we know is that we want to be the people that other people come to with their greatest ideas, with their craziest ideas, their riskiest ideas. Bring me everything you got. I want to be the person that people trust, that I'm going to love it for a minute. Yeah, tell me more about that. What's that like? Interesting. Those people, we love them and we go to them because they hear us, they value what we're saying, and even if it doesn't make it to the finish line, I know they're not going to dismiss it out of hand. And that is a big deal if you want to raise your own value, whether it's in your family, your company, or your improv group. Hey. So let's quickly check in about yes, but. What was the difference there for you B people? What'd that feel like? Better, worse? Better, why?
Supported.
Interesting, you felt supported because you heard yes. What else? Patronized. Okay, good to note. What else? Yes, but what? Tended to. Oh, you felt intelligent? Good for you. As well you should. Excellent. Critiqued. So let me just check in. Who preferred yes, but? Hi, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who prefers a straight out no? Okay, it's about equal. Now the reason I point this out, everybody hears differently. So for some, yes, but is just a no in like a weird prom dress and some jacked up mascara. She's still a no. Some people prefer the direct route to, it ain't gonna happen. I wish it could, we don't have the money, no. Because for some, yes, but can feel patronizing. For others, but they said yes at the beginning, that felt nicer. So part of this is about knowing your audience and being able to read that audience. And that's the same with clients. Some of them are gonna wanna hear, we don't love your idea. We love you. We don't love that idea. It's not gonna do for you what you think it is. Others wanna hear like, yeah, yep, I think that's cool, but it may not be right for this particular project. So part of this, again, there's no perfect fit, but being mindful of these subtle differences between no and yes, but, and for our purposes up here, yes, but is a no. It stands in the way of our building. We just want to build quickly together. If we're going to be in a bakery with 3 berets and smoking and Paris, France, and jet lag, all those things came in so quick and fast. It wasn't like, what is your name? My name is Bill. Nope, I heard you call yourself Jeff a minute ago. Okay, great. Well, this scene sucks. Good night. So the last thing I want to do is person C, raise your hand. Hi. It's your party. It's your time to shine. Go ahead and have your party. A and B, every response you throw out will begin with the words yes and. Yes and. Ready? Begin. Okay. So, person C. Any kind of feedback on having your idea yes-anded? Fun, awesome, what else? I'm a genius. What's this?
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Good ridiculous.
Yeah, okay, we'll take good ridiculous.
But that was stupid.
Okay, sometimes. Did anybody have a reaction of like, my idea was taken away and the next thing I knew we were on the moon and that's not what I planned for my party? Yes. So even there's, again, this is not like, from now on, you're going to yes and everything. The idea behind yes and is simply, I'm going to acknowledge what you've said and then do my best to build on it. We use yes as acknowledgement, not agreement. Sometimes it's agreement, but often it's acknowledgement, not agreement. And that's a critical point. There's a deep misunderstanding that if I'm going to say yes, well, I can't say yes to everything. I mean, we don't have the money, and what if the client hates it? And like, freeze, relax. Yes means I hear what you're saying, I listen, I acknowledge what your idea is, and I'm going to add to it. Even if what I have to add is, yes, I hear what you're saying, and I wish we could do that. Interestingly, we did that exact same thing last year. Thank you, though. So yes, and sometimes can make its way into a thank you but no thank you. It's just a way of getting there that makes you a person other people want to work with. So it's this subtle difference, but a profound difference, because even if you have said no to my idea in this beautiful, I hear what you're saying, it's not going to work out this time, well, I'm going to come back to you with more ideas, because you didn't just say to me, no, I think we should do something else, or yes, but that's pretty stupid. So it's an interesting thing. When we start yes-anding, the deal is we have to let go of some control, because now we have invited people in to start creating with us. We do believe there's a time to go away and edit. Of course there is. And as writers, we get to a point where sometimes you just gotta get behind the wall and get it finished. But before that time, there is a world of creative to be done. And we like to go real wide, as Tom O'Keefe says to us all the time. Go wide, don't go deep, go wide. And improvising allows us to do that. Yes, and we could do this. Yes, and we could do that. Until we've got all this going this way. And then we can start winnowing down. And eventually, we can divide and conquer and get us to the fine, everybody's a perfectionist edit. And we love that part too. But in order to keep innovating as quickly as we need to now, in this climate where it's like, oh my God, my video was #1 for 14 minutes. Cool. We have to be willing to go wide and keep going. And for us, that's actually really fun because we get to do it together. And it doesn't feel competitive. It's kind of us, this team, against the assignment. And we're gonna crack that code. And then it turns into something that's really fun that we can do together. And the other thing I want to say about this little yes and is that when I do this exercise, which I've done a lot all over the place, here's what happens when people are faced with no and yes but. So they start in, hey, I'm pitching my ideas, and here's my party pitching, and you're saying no to me, and you're saying yes but. And eventually, I'm gonna start being here, and this is where I'm pitching. And then eventually, I'm back here, because I don't give a shit. Because you shot down everything I got, and I'm done. And what happens when we do this yes and thing, the volume goes crazy in the room, everybody's like this, and even though there is that part of me anyway that's always like, this is weird, why am I doing this? What overrides that is the excitement of building something together, even a fake party. So I would say that if you find that you get anxious when people are trying to participate in your idea, even at the imaginary make-em-up party, it's worth noting because the stakes couldn't be lower here. And if that is an instinct, it's certainly not wrong, but it's something to notice. And the next time you're in one of those group ideation sessions, to just take a breath and let it go. Like, the awesome thing about ideas, we never run out of them. And that's what makes it so much less scary to collaborate. Any thoughts or questions on that exercise before we shift gears back into blow your brains out party time? No? Okay. Then let's shift gears. We're going to do another improv set for you based on those awesome suggestions you gave us. We're also going to open up that bar, party people. Yeah. Oh, I know. You can cheer just as loud for that as for everything you've seen up here tonight. So without further ado, open that bar and let's get back to this pad. Based on your suggestion of zoologist, we take you to this aquarium.
You know what it's like to be lonely, right?
Yes, I do. I'm very lonely. I wish you'd buy another fish, Jacob.
I've been saving up all my paper route money to buy another fish because my last one died so quickly and horribly.
I know, that's because sometimes you forget to feed me, and I'm hungry.
I need to learn to feed myself.
Well,
Emotionally.
start with me before you get to that. Just try to remember your pets.
Because there are different types of hungers, right?
I don't know, I'm just a fish.
Scene! Good work.
Using your suggestion of jump now, we take you to a pier in New Jersey. Dad, we were just play fighting.
I can't take it, guys, anymore. You can't get along. I can't get along. I gotta go.
No. I'm telling you.
If you two don't get along, then I'm gonna die. That's what I'm saying.
We can get along. We can get along.
Let me hear you sing it.
We can get along. Gretchen's not a bitch.
Trudy sometimes is.
Okay, she started it. You see how
said
she started
sometimes.
it?
Sometimes. We're all bitches sometimes. I'm a bitch sometimes. Can't we all just be bitches together? This is New Jersey. Hey!
This is New Jersey.
Based on your suggestion of video hoe
Oh no.
and rolling pin. Wait, what? What's wrong with that?
Jean, can I talk to you for a second? I've been noticing you've been playing a lot of video games lately.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't take up a lot of office time, but in my downtime, during lunch, then I do hit the video games. I do.
Okay, what do you consider your downtime?
Well, if I'm finishing lunch early, something like this.
So you just go and then you put on your computer just a regular video game.
Yeah. Minecraft.
It's just the noises that your Minecraft make are a little distracting for the office.
I'm gonna tell you a secret. I've been masturbating at the office. And I tell you that because I know I can trust you. You're my office buddy. And I just want you to know that I'm all right. I'm not in pain. And you don't have to worry about me. I'm actually having a really good time.
I'm so relieved to hear that, first of all. And second of all, please don't make me have a meeting where we talk about masturbating off of work sites.
Okay, so I'm sorry, what's this meeting about?
It's not about masturbating off work sites.
It's not about that.
It's a little bit about that, but mostly about, we're all just happy that we all enjoy each other's company so much.
Right. And we consider each other
Work buds.
we are buddies at the office, and we appreciate each other as coworkers. We confide in each other. I told her about how I masturbate at the office.
But that is, which made me.
That's a level of comfort that I have, and I think that's really good. I would like to partner up, I think, with Tammy on the Johnson report, if I could.
Okay, so Tammy, you're comfortable then having Scott as your partner on the Johnson report? Because we can go ahead and make that happen, can't we?
Masturbating.
Your latest videos came in. Johnson Report 2,
Thank
and
you.
Johnson Report all-ass version.
Wow, VHS, that is perverted.
See? Right, that was VHS. I was holding VHS. That's weird. Okay, how about peanut butter maker? And let's just keep it simple. Peanut butter maker.
Okay. I knew this would happen. I gave you guys my life savings to get this thing started, and between the two of you, I just have dirty peanuts. Oh, God! And I can't understand a word you're saying. It's so good!
Very smooth. It should be smooth. If it's chunky, something's wrong.
How is it possible that with your bare feet, you have managed to make such smooth peanut butter?
Over 3,000 hours in here. Over the constant.
3,000 hours.
This is an artisanal peanut butter factory. We don't use machines. We just use our feet and our bodies and our love and our heart.
Oh, and we started with a lot of purchased smooth peanut butter that we just put in there to begin with.
Oh, okay. All right, we're gonna wrap this sucker up.
Okay, let's use your suggestion of Jedi Knight, Knight with an N as opposed to a K.
It's a Jedi Knight.
It's a Jedi Knight.
Great. Stars are really beautiful tonight.
I'm having a great time.
Me too. I just really appreciate you coming back to my place.
Well, my place doesn't have a balcony. This is really special. I feel really close to you right now.
Well, we are pretty close. Like, in proximity. Did you hear that?
That was me.
That was you. I'm sorry. I thought it was you, but then I thought it would be so fucking weird if that was really you. That was you.
Well, if you were talking about the...
What is that?
It's a Wookiee yell.
Okay.
I'm not the best at it, but I'm working on it.
Oh, good.
I didn't want to show it to you until I was confident, but I felt good about that one.
Okay. So you really dig Star Wars?
Oh, do you not?
Oh, no, I love that, Bunny Ears, the lady, she went crazy later. What's her name?
Bun ears who went crazy later?
She had like cinnamon buns and did postcards from the edge. Never mind.
No, I know who you're talking about. I'm just deeply insulted right now.
No, you know what? That is so my bad. I've had a really great time. Forget it.
Well, I don't know why we can't be interested in what I'm interested in.
I am. Now I am.
I listened to you talk about artisanal peanut butter for 3 hours.
It's delicious. It's so smooth. It's just... Okay.
Well, maybe this is not going to work out.
No, I just have never dated a big Star Wars guy. I always thought those guys were like, those guys.
Let's see if we're compatible. How old is Yoda? I'm talking in the original trilogy. Original trilogy.
100 years.
Okay. I'm gonna call a cab.
Hey!
He's 800 years old. No, he's been teaching 800 years. He's 900 years old.
Well, then you got it part wrong too. We're not all experts in everything.
Oh my God, I did get it wrong.
It's okay. It's okay. All right, we are going to end this here. I want to thank this cast. Look at these nice people. Ed Herbstman, Rachel Gregg, Scott Essett, Tammy Sager. Thank you all so much for having us. You've been great. Let's get out of town.
Guys.